welcome into this edition of the Sancomb Show. My name is Matt Geyer, the Sports Information Director here with California Vulcans. With me, as always, Coach Sancomb. Had a little bit of a break there last week. Wasn't our fault, but again, we're back here. We got 5 games to talk about, and a big 5 games, but we got a couple more still coming up. Down at crunch time of the season here. A lot of big grind for everybody. Everybody's playing each other the second time go around. What's it like, the guys? Everybody at this point, everybody knows each other, know what you're running. You can watch the film, but by and large, you know what's in your face every game.
Yeah, in the last 3 weeks, we played 3 times, 2 times, 3 times. That's a big stretch of basketball, and the preparation time after you play a team, I always feel is a little bit easier, but it's tough this time of year because everybody really knows what everybody else does. You really are who you are with shooting percentages and things like that, and the coaches in our league are really up to date with that and make things very difficult for each other. So, it's grinded out. Teams that execute and play well are the teams that win in February.
Yeah, looking back here, the first game we're going to talk about is a road trip up 79 to go to Edinburgh. Game there, it was on February 4th, looking back a little bit of ways there. But a game was high scoring. Both teams well north of 90 points. Vulcans cracked the century mark. Yeah,
we played well offensively. I thought our timeout before that, we didn't play particularly well offensively, and we were able to put a 40-minute game together on the offensive end. We moved the ball well. We had a lot of guys make shots. When you score 106 points, guys are sharing the ball, and we're taking shots that we're capable of making. I was a little bit disappointed with our defense. Giving up 95 or 96 points, I just felt like that's too much for us to give up. So we had to go back to the drawing board and work on some things on that end. But overall, when you go out on the road and win, you're always happy with that in this conference. But I just felt like we needed to play better on the defensive end moving forward.
And in that game, it's one of those 33 of 38 from the free throw line. So getting to the line, taking advantage of it, and also shooting 45% from the three-point lane. So that's easy ways to get 100 points. You convert both ways there.
Yeah, knock on wood, we've shot the foul shots very well this year, and we've been able to get to the line. That was a little bit of a concern for our coaching staff at the beginning of the year, if we'd be able to get to the free throw line, and we've done a really good job. Our guys have done a great job of attacking and being able to draw contact and get to the foul line.
Yeah, in that game, you had had a trio of 20-point scorers. Keith had 28 and 10, 10 and 11 from the free throw line. Jermaine had 27, and then KJ had 21, and then Donald off the bench 17. So again, a lot of high volume scoring there, over 4 guys, but being efficient with it as well at the free throw line.
Yeah, Keith's been Keith the entire year. He's just really blossomed into one of the top offensive players in the conference, and Jermaine as well. I think Jermaine had obviously his Achilles injury, and I think after about the 10-11 game mark that he's played, he's just really elevated his game, and he really got it going, especially the first half in that game. And I think he had 20 points in the first half and played very, very well on the offensive end for us. And then KJ, just as the year has gone, he just keeps getting better. I think he's more comfortable in the offense. I think he's more comfortable with everything, and is playing at a high level for us at this point in time. And then Donald, he was very efficient. He gets to the line, he scores the ball. When he's making shots, it's very difficult to guard, and he got it going that game for us. And also, had some great passes as well. So those 4 guys did a great job for us, and we needed it. We needed every point because, like I said, we did not defend very well that night.
Well, you come back from that one, and you come home, and you end up facing Slippery Rock, a team. Winning up there wasn't your best performance there, but it was one of your probably best one to date at that time, getting that victory over the Rock here at home.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the better games we played, just complete on both ends. I was happy with how we played on offense. They're a very good defensive team. They're long. They create a lot of problems. Even when you think you're open, their length can bother you. And then on the defensive end, I was very happy with how we played team defense. I was very happy individually how we kept the ball in front, and we did a really good job really forcing them to take contested jump shots, and we were ready to play. We jumped on them. I think we had a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth from the first time, and they whipped us the first time, but we were able to bounce back and really play a complete game.
And it's one that we've talked about a lot. Only 7 turnovers for the team. So you only have 7 turnovers and you shoot 58% from the floor. You're going to win a lot of ball games that way.
Yeah, it can be tough to beat us here when we do that.
And in that game, again, KJ had 20 points, Keith had 16, Cam had 15, DJ had 12, and Donald 15. So talking about just spreading the wealth, and even Jermaine had 9. So you basically had 6 guys almost with double-digit points in that game.
Yeah, and you look at it, and you see sophomores and freshmen. That's what excites me more than anything. Just the core we have with those guys. And when I say this, like, Cam Pilot, he can get it going. He shoots the ball extremely well. He can make individual plays. KJ, same way, shoots it very well, can make individual plays. Donald, can make plays. And you look at them all, and they're all first-year players, though Cam played in college last year, and KJ was in college last year, but they're all new players, 2 of them being freshmen and 1 of them being a sophomore. It really excites me. And then I think everybody has seen the growth of Keith throughout the year. He just continues to get better, and will continue to do that just because of his work ethic and what he's capable of doing. So very, very happy. Those 4 guys played extremely well that night, and we needed it. That was a big win for us to come home, and they handled us the first time. So we wanted to return the favor.
Yeah, it's certainly a great victory there. But again, that was a game there where you come back again and play February 8th. Again, at least at home again, back-to-back days, facing Gannon, a team that their record is not indicative of their talent on their roster. A game there, it was 41-29 at halftime, but they didn't start to pull it away a little bit in the second half, winning 78-54 against the Golden Knights.
And again, the defense, 54 points. If we hold teams to 54 points, we're going to be a hard out, because we definitely can score the basketball. So I was very pleased with that. And we were a little bit different than we normally are defensively because we were able to create a lot of turnovers that game. I think we created 19 turnovers in that game, and we were able to convert and get some easy baskets. They are very good in the half court on defense, and they hold teams to about 40-41% shooting, and they make it tough. So we didn't have a great field goal percentage night, but we were able to get some easy baskets and transition because we were able to turn them over. So I was very pleased with that, and giving up 54 points in a conference game, I was very happy with that.
And in that game there, again, only committing 8 turnovers yourself, shooting 19-24 from the line, converting it when you get there. Cam had 22, really had it going on from out deep, hitting 4 threes in that game. Donald had 10. Caden Hayne off the bench had 11, nice physical play. And then Keith, again, having 12 points. And then with Jermaine and KJ, both 9. Balance has been the case all year. When you have balance scoring, the offense just really seems to flow with everybody.
Yeah, and I thought with Cam, it was really back-to-back games that he just played complete games on both ends. Defended well, rebounded it well. Obviously, he shot it extremely well. Against Gannon, and I think, like you said, he had 22 points, was very, very big for us that game. And then the other guys, just were solid, and our defense won the game for us. There was no doubt about it. We were able to get some baskets in transition, and, turning them over 19 times, I thought was the difference in the game.
Well, before we take a look back at what happened over the weekend there, we're going to take a quick break here on the Danny Sancomb Show.
Hi everybody, welcome into a brand new show here on CUTV. I'm your host Tom Caton, and you are all tuning into the very first official episode of Caton's Corner. Bye everybody. Bye everybody. Bye everybody.
Are you looking for student housing that is convenient, fits your budget, and promotes independent living? Look no further than Penn West California's upper campus student community at VULCAN Village. At VULCAN Village, you have 3 spacious floor plans to choose from, all with guaranteed private bedrooms and many with private bathrooms. Our community provides you fantastic amenities such as a 24/7 fitness center, convenience store, sand volleyball, and saltwater swimming pool. All apartments are fully furnished and have full kitchens and laundry. Utilities, internet, parking, recreation, and events all included. We provide you an all-inclusive experience that can't be beat. Schedule a tour and learn more today at vulcanvillage.com. Live here. Live well.
Hello, welcome back to the Danny Sancomb Show. My name is Matt Keifer, the Sports Information Director here with the California Vulcans. With me, Coach, Huge victory over the weekend. We just talked about back-to-back home games, 2 wins, but really taking a true test for the Vulcans. They're going up to Mercyhurst again, another trip to 79, take 3 of those a year basically, and playing a night game on a Saturday for something rather unusual in the league. But you find a way to face a team that's number 21 in the country, and second year in a row you've beaten Mercyhurst at Mercyhurst, something that hasn't been done since the Lakers joined the league.
Yeah, they're a great team, well coached, but great players, smart players. Obviously, Gary does a really good job coaching each and every year. They defend extremely well. They create a lot of turnovers, and offensively, they're one of the best passing teams in the country, not just our league. They move the ball well, and they're hard to guard.
Yeah, in that game, 17-17 in the second half. I know KJ had a couple huge free throws late in the game there, played a great defense when they forced a turnover in their end of the court. But KJ played a great job sort of keeping his guy right within reach, but it was a contested 3, didn't go in, and then from there he's just sealing the job at the line.
Yeah, I felt like in the second half, with about 12 minutes left in the game, our execution on the offensive end was really good. We were able to get great shots. We were able to score. We shot 50% in the game, and I think they hold teams to maybe like 39, 38% from the floor. They defend very well. They switch a lot, so it's hard to get a lot of good looks, but I thought we did a really good job getting the ball in certain areas, and we passed the ball well. I don't necessarily agree with the statistics with the amount of assists that they said we had, because I thought we really moved the ball extremely well down the stretch, and we're able to get some easy looks and knock them down. And we did just enough defensively to win the game. They're good offensively, but I thought we defended the 3 very well, and I think that was really the difference in the game. Us being able to defend the 3. We had trouble defending everything else, but we did a pretty good job defending the 3.
And again, balanced scoring. Keith had 19, KJ had 18, Jermaine 14, and Donald 17 off the bench. And you referenced defending the 3. 1 of 6 in the second half. So when they're trying to find a way to stop the run you have, if you hit a 3, they can't get a 3. It's not going down for them. So
yeah,
it's a great win.
It was, and I'll tell you, like last play, Keith hit a 3, and just as a good read, he read. We were running a particular play we had ran throughout the game, and they switch a lot, and they started to switch a little too soon, and he just popped back. And for Donald to recognize that, and for Keith to be on the same page, as a coach, I was more tickled to see those guys on the same page and make that read, and that was a big 3 for us to give us a little bit of a cushion. And then KJ was spectacular down the stretch from the foul line. Really had a heck of a game on both ends of the floor for us. And, like I mentioned about him earlier, he just has continued to get better as the year has went on, and has become a big part of our offense, and does a great job on the defensive end for us, and he rebounds the ball really well. And then obviously Keith with 19, Jermaine was very efficient as well. Our leaders, we really rely on those 2 guys, and I get on those guys quite a bit, and they really responded very well, and were able to carry us to victory.
So not only was it a big win there in terms of the idea of what it was on the road, top 25 team, but also the idea it clinched a playoff berth. Basically, the whole West is solidified. You have your 6 teams, but nobody has a seeding. And in the East, I looked at it this morning, 5 of the 6 are clinched. So basically, the whole field is set for the PSAC tournament, but nobody knows anything really after that. So that has to make it exciting for the guys to know, okay, we're going to go dancing a little bit, but we don't know where yet, and we don't know our seeding yet. So that's got to be nice as a coach to keep them for sure motivated, the idea that there's still plenty to play for and things like that.
Absolutely, and our goal obviously is to get as high as we can get. Playing at home is nice, and I think every team that has an opportunity to do that wants to make sure they do everything in their power to do that. So I'm hoping that we understand what's at risk the next 3 basketball games, and we have to be ready to play, because we're going to have to play really well, which I think we are, to finish the season like we want to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the standings right now, IUP's number 1, 18-1. Nothing really changed there except that 1 loss in the Mercyhurst, which I think speaks volumes for you guys being able to be the team that just beat the number 1 team in the country. Then Mercyhurst and UPJ tied 14-4, so they're about 3 games back. And then right there, logjam, Seton Hill you're facing tomorrow night, in Cal tied for 4th at 10-9, and then Slippery Rock right on the heels at 6-9. So a lot of everybody you're playing is still already in the tournament, so everybody is in the same boat that Cal is right now, still playing for their seeding. Outside maybe IUP come the last week of the last game of the year, but that's next week's problem. That's not right now.
Yeah, I mean it's a dogfight. Like you mentioned those teams that that are fighting and that are in first place to 6th place. It's crazy how competitive our league is with those teams, and it's about execution this time of year and going out there and playing hard and having fun, obviously, but executing and playing the best that you can to get wins, and everybody's trying to do the same thing. So it's a dogfight, and those teams you mentioned, we're all fighting for outside of really IUP, and they're still probably fighting to win the league. That should be close, but everybody else is trying to fight for the placement of where they will be. And I would imagine if you ask any of those coaches, they'd rather be home than anywhere else.
Yeah, tomorrow night, Seton Hill team just down the road. But again, saw them earlier this year, a new head coach, a little bit new life into the program there, bringing them back. What have you seen this year so far from the Griffins?
Well, I like playing them now because it's almost like a non-conference game from the standpoint they play much different than the teams in our league. First, offensively, they really push the ball and put pressure on you on that defensive end right away. Make or misses, they're really going to get the ball down the floor, and they attack very well in transition. And then they just space out very well, and they got guys that can make plays, and they shoot it when they're open. They shoot it very well and can create some matchup problems. And then on the defensive end, they're in their 2-3, and they're active in it. They play really hard in it. They're contesting every pass. They're trying to contest every shot. So, we played very well at their place. We'll have to play very well here if we want to get the result. We're going to have to take care of the basketball. We're going to have to make good passes and be shot ready and make some shots. So we're excited, obviously. It's a big game because, it's the next game on the schedule, but, we're right there with them. So somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. So we need to be ready to execute and play.
And typically we preview 2 games out, but Saturday you have a rare day off. It's an idle day there. So something there, I'm sure the guys will at least get a chance to last a little bit of rest before their really run to the postseason begins. So it's going to be nice for those guys after they play a full grinding game on Wednesday to come back and have a day off on Saturday game. And then next week, 2 huge games against 2 of the teams that are top 3 in the conference right now.
Yeah, and it'll be nice for us. We'll get on the road and do some recruiting as a coaching staff. But our guys, we're not particularly deep, so a little rest will be very helpful for our guys because, we'll turn around Wednesday and play at Pitt Johnstown, who is, one of the top teams in the league, one of the top teams in the region, and then end up with IUP, who, is in the top 5, I'm sure, in the country still, who's number 1 in our conference and in the region. They should be number 1, I'm imagining. So, it's just going to build us ready. I mean, you play those 2 teams, it's just getting you ready for the tournament. And we've really tried to focus in, it's obviously always a goal to make the tournament. There were some concerns a month ago. Would we make the tournament? And our guys have responded. Really happy with the guys in our program, just the leadership from Keith, the leadership from Jermaine. Jermaine is our captain and has done a really good job just keeping the ship steady. And our other guys have really started to evolve as leaders in the program, and they've really taken ownership of it. And, I tell them all the time, it's our program, and what we want it to be is what it will be. And we got a lot of guys that want to win and are willing to do what it takes to win. And I'm really excited about the remainder of the season, and I'm really excited about the future over the next few years with this group.
Well, certainly something to be excited about tomorrow. Big game there at home against Seton Hill, 7:30 tip in the Convocation Center. So please feel free to come out and check out the Vulcans. It should be a great run to the last 3 games of the season before the stretch run in the PSAC tournament. So thanks for watching the Dane Sancomb Show.